Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Riaz Hussain Junaid and I am delivering the video lectures for the course of Applied Electricity and Electronics. This course is being offered by the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Kamsat University, Islamabad, WA campus. And this course is being offered for the semester of fall 2020 for the program of BCS. Today we are going to record lecture number 7. Today's topic is nodes, branches and loops. Uh, and this is a series of lectures for the students information. These lectures are being prepared from the textbook of Fundamentals of Electric Circuit Analysis by Alexander Sadiko. So let's start. Today we are going to discuss section 2.3, that is nodes, branches and loops. This is very important that in circuit analysis we know that how we can identify nodes, how we can identify branches and how we can identify the loops. These identifications are information and gives us help in applying different techniques, that is Ohm's law, Kirchhoff current law, voltage law, or nodal analysis or mesh analysis that we'll be going to see. So let's start. Let's suppose we have a circuit and this is a simple circuit in which we have applied 10 volt and there are resistance of 5 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm. There are also current source, that is 2 ampere. So in this circuit there will be some node, branches and loops. So we want to find that which one is the node point and which one is the branch and this which one is the loops. So from we can define branch from graph theory or topology theory, that a branch represents a single element such as a voltage source or a resistor. So a branch is any element of the circuit where that represent a single component. That is, we can say that this 10 volt is a branch, also 5 ohm is a branch, 2 ohm is a branch, 3 ohm is a branch and 2 ampere current source is a branch. But remember, since starting from this point up to this point there is no component connected, so we cannot say that this is a branch. Strictly speaking, we can say that this is a short circuit branch. You will see that this is not different point than this point. So we can say that in this circuit there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 branches. Then a node is a point of connection between two or more elements or branches of the circuit. So a node is actually connecting point where different branches are interconnected. Just like we can say that this is a node A because here 5 ohm and 10 volt battery or branch is connected. Similarly, this is a single point from graphical point of view. You can see that this might be different node or point, but from electrical point of view this is the same node, that is node B. Then why this is same node? Because starting from this point, if we go to this point, there is no component interconnected. Similarly, starting from this point to this point, there is no voltage or there is no element interconnected. So we can say that this is actually single node or single point. Similarly, this is a point C. Again, you can see that why this is whole this is a point actually our node, because starting from this point, obviously if we go up to this point there's no current there's no element connected. So this it means that this point is same as this point. But if we go from this point to this point, we can see that there's a one, at least one element connected. So it means that these 2 points or nodes are different. So that's why we have labeled this point or node as A and this is a point C. Similarly, if we go from this point to this point, we can see that there's no element interconnected. So it means that this is a same node and same, this is C node, so this is also C node. So similarly, if we go from this point to this point, we again see that there's no element interconnected, so it means that these two nodes are points are same. So it means that if this is a C node, then this is also a C node. So you can see that this is actually whole single node, that is C. But if we go from this point to this point, you can see that we are encountering an element. So it means that there will be change in a node. So that's why this is a C node and this is a B node. Similarly, if we go from A point to B, we are encountering an element. So that's why we can say that these are two different elements. Similarly, if we go from this point or node to this point, we are encountering an element. Element could be anything, that is resistance or current source, voltage source, or any other component. So we say that there is and these 2 points are different from each other. Another important is that when points are different, so generally their potential is they are at a different potential. So it means that uh, point A will be at a different potential than point C. But if we connect voltmeter across this point and this point, there will be no potential difference because these 2 points are at the same potential. Similarly, starting from this point to this point, potential difference will be 0. Similarly, from this point to this point, potential difference will be 0. But from this point to point C, you can see that since these 2 points are different, so there is possibility that potential difference will be non-zero. Could be positive or negative, but we can say that it will be non-zero. So second important instrument or point in the circuit is a loop. So a loop is any closed path in a circuit. So any path, that is a closed path, means if we start from a point and if we can come back to the same point in a closed path, then we say that a path is a loop. So in this case, if we start from point A, we go to point B, we can go to point C again. You can see that we can come back to point A. So in this case, we can say that this is a simple loop. Similarly, if we start from point B, and again we can come back to point C, and then let's suppose we can sorry, start from this point and this point and this point, this point and this point. This is another loop. Similarly, starting from this point to this point, this point and this point and this point, again we can see that this is a loop. Okay, so there are 3 loops in this circuit, and for points there are 1, 2 and 3 nodes are points in this circuit, and for branches there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 branches in this circuit. Another important point is that there are generally 2 kinds of node. One is reference node and another non-reference node. Since to measure the potential difference, we need 2 points. One point is known as a reference point and other is non-reference point. Generally, there is only one reference point in the circuit, but there could be more than one non-reference points in the given circuit. So a loop is said to be independent if it contains a branch which is not in any other loop. Such loop results in independent sets of equations. Just like let's suppose starting from A, this point and so on. So this is a loop. It is the it contains a branch which is not in any other loop. So similarly, if we consider this loop and this loop, these are actually independent loops. In network with B branches, N nodes and L independent loops will satisfy the following equation: B is equal to L plus N minus 1. So this is an equation from the graph theory, that if we have B branches, L number of independent loops and N number of nodes are points, then B will be equal to L plus N minus 1. So in this case, since the number of branches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 5 should be equal. Number of independent loops is 1 and 2, and number of nodes is 1, 2 and 3. So this should be equal, b should be equal, that is 5 should be equal 2 and 1, in fact 2 plus number of nodes is 3, so 3 minus 1, in fact number of loops are 3, so 3 plus 2 minus 1 will be 5, so 5 should be equal to 5. So this circuit, actually we can also redraw this circuit using this topology or diagram. Again, you can see that from pictorial point, I would say this circuit is much easier to understand and apply the different techniques as compared to this. But important point is that in this circuit now we have connected or made point B as a single point. It is not actually scattered or visually this is now a single point. Similarly, here point C is now actually single point. So you can see that with point C there are 4 elements connected or branches connected. With point B there are 3 branches connected. With point A there are 2 elements connected. So we can also redraw this circuit, but obviously in circuit analysis we prefer this kind of circuit that gives us a clear picture. So let's continue. Two or more elements are in series if they are cascaded or connected sequentially and consequently carry the same current. Generally, we identify the components in series and parallel. It gives us enormous help in the equations solution or circuit solution. So how we can identify these elements in series? If they are back-to-back connected, that is, if they are cascaded or connected sequentially, and this in this case the current will be same. So just like previous circuit, you can see that 10 volt and 5 ohm resistance is actually connected in cascade. That is, there is no component interconnected between the joining points of 5 ohm and 10 volt components. So that's why we say that these are in series. So in this case we say that same current flows from these two components, because obviously if we assume that current flows from this point onward, it will be flowing from 10 volt battery. At this point there is no deviation for the current, that is there only one further path, so that is from the 5 ohm resistance. So in this case we can say that single current or same current will be flowing from these two components. So this is how we identify the components in series. Remember, we say that components in series, not necessarily resistances in series. So next, two or more elements are in parallel if they are connected to the same two nodes and consequently have the same voltage across them. So next we identify the parallel components. Obviously, to connect a component, we need two points, that is starting and ending point, are point number 1 and point number 2. So if two components are interconnected across same point, starting point and ending point, so in that case we say that components are in parallel. So in this case we can see that 2 ohm and 3 ohm resistance are actually in parallel, because 2 ohm is connected across terminal B and C, and 3 ohm resistance is also connected across terminal B and C. Actually, this 2 ampere current source is also connected across terminal B and C. So we can say that these three elements are actually parallel with each other. And remember that if the elements are in parallel, then they carry same, or the voltage across the terminals is same. That is, if we know the voltage across this voltage source, and now we know that since 3 ohm and 2 ohm is also parallel with 2 ampere, so we can directly say that same voltage will be across 3 ohm and 2 ohm distances. In this case we say that current will be divided but voltage will be same. So imagine that let's suppose a certain amount of current is entering at this point, so obviously some amount will be flowing downward in 2 ohm and other amount will be flowing in 3 ohm, remaining will be could be flowing from the 2 ampere source. So current in the parallel circuit is different but voltage is same. And another point of the series is that voltage could be different, generally different, but current is same. So elements may be neither connected in a way that they are neither in series nor in parallel. So there are actually three possibilities: series, parallel, and components could be neither in series nor in parallel. Just like uh, 10 volt and 2 ohm resistance, these are neither in series nor in parallel, because 10 ohm and 10 volt and 2 ohm resistance are not back connected. 10 volt is connected across terminal point A and C, and 2 ohm is connected across B and C. So obviously uh, C is same point, but there is a deviation of the current. If current is flowing from this point, imagine that if it reaches here, obviously some part of the current flowing will flow here, and remaining will be flowing here. So it means that there is a current deviation. So if there is a current deviation between the two elements, then in that case they will be never in series. They- and similarly, you can see that this point is different. 10 volt is connected to a point here, and this is B point. So obviously this is different. So C point is same in case of 10 volt and 2 ohm, but this point A and B are different. So 10 volt and 2 ohm are not in parallel. Similarly, 5 ohm and 2 ohm are also neither in series nor in parallel, because this point is same, but a 5 ohms next point is A and 2 ohms is next point is C. So obviously ending points are different. So remember that there are three possibilities. So let's see an example. Determine the number of branches and nodes in the circuit shown. Identify which elements are in series and which are in parallel. So we are given a circuit where there are different elements interconnected. That is, one is 10 volt, another 5 ohm, 6 ohm, and 2 ampere. We don't want to solve for current and let's say voltage across these resistances, but we only need to identify the branches, number of branches, nodes, and possibly loops. So let's start from the branches. Again, remember that a branch is any part of the circuit where at least one component is connected. So you can see that 10 volt source is one branch, then 5 ohm resistance is another branch, and 6 ohm resistance is another branch, and 2 ampere current source is another branch. So there are one, two, three, four branches. Remember, starting from this point to this point, this is not a branch. There is no component interconnected. Similarly, starting from this point to this point, there is no voltage. In fact, there is no component interconnected. Next, we will identify number of nodes. So we can identify number of nodes just like we mentioned that a node is a junction point of two branches. So if we start from this point, you can see that since 10 volt 5 ohm resistance is interconnected, so this is a node. Similarly, this is a node. In this node there are three elements connected: 2 ampere, 6, and 5. You can also consider this node, but because going from this point to this point there is no component interconnected, so there is no and this is not a different node. So let's suppose if this is a node B, so this is also node B. But it's traveling from this point to this point, you can see that we have encountered an element. So this means that this is a different node. So we can call this node C. So there are three nodes. Remember, starting from this point to this point, this is also still same node. So this is starting from this point to this point, this is also same node. So this, if this is C, so this is C, this is also C. So there are three nodes, and there are four branches in this circuit. And we can also identify the loops. You can see that this is a loop and this is also a loop, or this is also a loop. Next, we identify the elements in series and elements in parallel. So starting from 10 volt and 5 ohm, you can see that they are connected back to back, are cascaded at this point, and at this point there is no other component connected. So you can say that 10 volt and 5 ohm resistance are in series, because there will be no current deviation at the junction point of the 5 ohm and 10 volt battery. Similarly, um, uh, Anyway, there's no other element in series, so we can also identify the elements in parallel. We can say that 2 ampere and 6 ohm resistance is in parallel because 6 ohm resistance is connected, let's call this is B and C, and 2 ampere current source is also connected across from point B and C. So 6 ohm and 2 ampere current source are in parallel. But 5 ohm and 6 ohm resistance are neither in series nor in parallel because and this is the junction point of 5 ohm and 6 ohm resistance. If 5 and 6 ohm resistance was in series, then there will be no division of the current. But you can see that there is a third branch connected here, so obviously there will be current division of current. So in this case, these are not in series. You can also see that they are not in parallel because they are and this point is common, but 5 ohm resistance, this point is, let's suppose this is A point and this is C point. So obviously these points are different. Remember that for parallel, starting point will be same, ending point will be same. So these are also not in parallel. So 5 ohm and 6 ohm are neither in parallel nor in series. So we can also pictorially in diagram we can specify this. One more thing, you can see that we can assign number to nodes as well. That is, this is node 1, this is node 2, and this is node 3. Let's see an example how many branches and nodes does this shown circuit have. Identify the elements that are in series and in parallel. So this is a circuit. Want to identify the number of branches. So for number of branches, we have to identify the component. Then, so number of branches will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So number of nodes starting from this point, you can see that this and this is same node. So let's call this node A. But starting from this point to this point, there will be different nodes. So let's call this point 2. So two nodes starting from this point to this point, this is same node, but starting from this point to this point, node will be different. So 3. So actually there are 3 nodes. Remember that this and this is actually same node. Similarly, this and this is same node, this and this is also same node. So if this is node number 3, this is also node number 3, and this is also node number 3, and this is also node number 3. There are 3 nodes and there are 5 branches in this circuit. Next, identify the elements that are in series. So for series elements, we have to see that which elements are connected in cascade or back to back. Actually, there is no such element which is connected back to back or in cascade to another. So you can see that 1 ohm is connected actually at terminal point 1. So this is also common to 2 ohm, but actually common to 5 ohm also. So it means that there will be current division in this point in at least 3 branches. So it means that connecting branches are not in series. Similarly, here there are 3 branches, so obviously there will be current division. So 5 ohm, 10 volt, and 4 ohm are not in series. But for parallel, we can say that 2 ohm and 1 ohm resistance are in parallel because starting point of 2 ohm is same as starting point of 1 ohm, and ending point of 2 ohm is same as ending point of 1 ohm. Similarly, 10 volt and 4 ohm resistance are in parallel because starting point of 10 volt is same as starting point of 4 ohm, and ending point are also same, just like this. Thank you so much. So next we'll see Kirchhoff current law and voltage law. I hope you have gained some information. Thank you.